This is Jocko Podcast number 82 with Echo Charles and me, Jocko Willink. Good evening, Echo.
Good evening.
I was walking down the street and I was pretty sure I would die. And I did not mind. In fact, a large part of me looked forward to it. To that release, to go to heaven, to meet Christ, for it all to be over. I courted death like a sailor courts a twirling Spanish barmaid. I was not afraid even as we trod across broken streets with asphalt and makeshift concrete piled like sloppy cake icing hiding the surprises below. Large IEDs and screams and blood and burning flesh and burning vehicle tires, all superficially hidden, all obviously present, all a joke. Death had been at the forefront of my mind and part of my decision to become a soldier at all. And that's what I considered myself, a soldier, a grunt, an infantryman, a ground pounder, a soldier. What else is there? We all turned into soldiers on patrol. We competed with each other and the men in other units and other services to see who could patrol in the most disciplined way. We would see who we could catch staring at his feet, or not watching his field of fire, or not scanning for threats, or not keeping his shooting hand on his gun. And when the shooting did start, we would watch to see who would panic and who would cower. These were seemingly fun games and recesses, breaking up the fear which was so overpowering it put a deep ache in our stomachs and in our bowels. It was chaos that brought me to this point. Wild music as a young boy, Slayer, Metallica in their prime, Venom, Motorhead. Heavy alcohol use by age 10. Drug use by age 11. Late night punk concerts and mosh pits where I nearly lost my front tooth at age 12 as it dug deeply into a punk's shaved head. I was tall for my age and people treated me like an adult. They tried to bring me into their filth. Junkies, perverts, degenerates. An evil world. Burning. So much so that war was a dream come true. It seemed as if now I could fight back against the depravity and evil that tried to engulf me. And I held that quiet hope. That unspoken hope that maybe I could die in war, doing something heroic like they trained us to do. Maybe this God-forsaken and worthless life could be over. This gauntlet. And so the IED-laden roads attempting to scare me and us were a joke. And I did not care about it. About the setup, about the punchline. I just wanted enemy contact and I wanted to smell the blood of particles floating through the afternoon air. And the screams of the dying. That is what I wanted. It seemed so beautiful. My mind had romanticized it all. But what we got wasn't so romantic and wasn't so beautiful. Most of the screams I heard were the screams of my countrymen as they bled, or the screams of innocents who were in the wrong place at the wrong time. I watched the funerals of men we shot going right past us. The children crying. The wives glaring as they damned us with ancient Babylonian curses that would try to follow me back to my home in satanic nightmares where I could not escape them. All those things made death so true and so beautiful and so acceptable. Now, those words were written by someone that I served with in Ramadi in 2006, and he sent them to me the other day after we talked, and I asked him to write down what he thought about when he was walking down the street in Ramadi. And obviously what he wrote about, it revealed so much of the incredible spectrum of emotions and thoughts that run through our heads. And obviously war magnifies those, but these are thoughts of a human being, and these are the kind of thoughts that people have, not just in war, but in life. The struggles. And as I was sitting thinking about, that word, and that the fact that struggle, it absolutely shapes us